Thanks for joining. Today is going to be a topic that, I'll be honest, it's something that I struggle with a lot, and it's procrastination. I am a serial procrastinator sometimes. Even in school and works, when I worked outside the home, I would procrastinate, and my excuse was always, I work better under pressure. And I do get some great things done under pressure, but procrastination is really something that is not always the best way to get things done. And it helps when you're trying to work for work-life balance. Getting things done in a timely and effective manner makes a world of difference. Hey there, Tasha. Thanks for jumping in. So today we're going to talk about just 7 strategies that you can use to overcome procrastination. And you get a little sneak peek because I will have a free webinar on this exact same topic that will be available on my YouTube channel, and if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you'll get access to that earlier. And you can get all that information at michelledgarrett.com. So procrastination, let's get into it. Like I said, it's something that we all do to different degrees, and we all have different triggers and different ways of procrastinating. I know some people, and I'm actually one of those people, that I'm very productive with my procrastination. I'll do everything in my business and around my house except for that one thing that may be time specific that I'm supposed to be doing. So one of my favorite divas has a saying that's take action now. And it's something that I am learning to do more and more within my personal and professional life when it comes to things that I want to do or need to do. So today we're going to talk about just 7 strategies to combat procrastination, and I challenge you to try out one or all of these different strategies to see which one resonates with you and works best for you if procrastination is something that you deal with. So the first one is really simple, and it's something that most of us probably do anyways, and it's the reminder strategy. So you can use sticky notes. I use reminders or alarms on my cell phone for certain things that I'm supposed to do on a regular basis, and it's really easy. You can also utilize a certain color sticky note for certain things. Like, for example, I don't get on the computer or get on Facebook. I try not to for personal reasons before 10 o'clock in the mornings, Monday through Friday. So I will have a sticky note that says no Facebook. Now I do need to get on my computer to check my email. So I'm on the internet, but no social media that's not for business related reasons before 10 a.m. I have a sticky note, and that's what I utilize. Also, my oldest son is ADHD, so sticky notes work for him a lot because it helps to keep him on task and helps him to remember that I'm supposed to do certain things. So we use their sticky notes almost all over his room, which is a good thing. The second strategy is just to outsource it. I am on a big kick this year with getting rid of things that I just don't like to do. Whether it's I don't have the time to do it, I just don't like to do it. So if you're at a point within your business where you're able to outsource certain tasks, do it. It's not saying that you're less of a business owner. You're actually being more productive that way by finding someone that's able to do those tasks that are time consuming. Also, if you have older children, it may be something that you can teach them. They love to help out. So finding something that they can help with helps them to feel as though they're being a contribution to your business. So that's something that I suggest as well. And there's some tasks that we do that we just don't need to do. So there may be some things as you're going through those things that you procrastinate about that are really tasks that you don't need to do, and you may be able to scrap it. Now, don't scrap it just because you don't like to do it. Scrap it because it's something that you really just don't need to do. Number 3 is another one of my favorites, and it's to find and use an accountability partner or group. I have I have about 3 different accountability groups and an accountability partner. They're all for different areas of my life. So I have one for my business, I have one for personal goals, and then I have a couple of mastermind groups where we're focused on specific tasks that we're trying to accomplish this year. So finding those groups and the right accountability partner for you will help you to be accountable, but it'll also keep you from procrastinating, especially if you have a certain deadline. Once I've told my group that I have a certain time frame that I have to do something, they're going to stay on me. One of my goals, of course, is to do a weekly Periscope. So at 11:45 this morning, I got a nice little message saying, hey, I'm waiting for that 12 o'clock Periscope. I hope you're getting ready. So I actually got 2 calls, one from my group and one from my one-on-one accountability partner to remind me to make sure that I was not procrastinating and that I would actually get out there and do my weekly Periscope. The 4th one is to create an action list or a to-do list. The thing with this is the reason why a lot of people aren't successful with their action list or their to-do list is that they make it too hard. They overcomplicate it. You list out 45, 25 things that you're supposed to do. Your list should encompass things that you need to do, not all the things that you want to do. And I know that sounds kind of like if you want to go grocery shopping today, but you know you most likely aren't going to get to the grocery store, don't put that on your list. Now, if you absolutely have to go to the grocery store today, that needs to go on your list. With that list, you can mark off things as you do it. And with technology today, if paper and pen is the best way for you to do it, then write it out. If finding an app on your phone where you can just kind of click off the things that you need to do it that way. But find what works best for you to create that list. Number 5 is look for the sticking point. Okay, so this one is a little bit more of a mental piece, but what is it that is keeping you from succeeding with your goal? And then find a way to eliminate it. So let me tell you a quick little story. I'm on a water challenge, and I think a couple of the people that are on that water challenge for this year are on this Periscope. So we each are committed to making sure that we have our daily water intake. Now that amount is different for each of us. I'll be honest, I'm the slacker of the group. I just have this thing about drinking water. It's not, for whatever reason, I don't like it. I'll drink tea. I've eliminated most of my coffee, but I was drinking too much soda. I've eliminated most of my soda, but I'll drink juice. I'll do any of that. But when it comes to just drinking water, I just won't drink anything instead of drinking water. So I tried a couple of different ways. I was pre-filling my cups the night before and putting them in the refrigerator. Well, that didn't work for me because I don't like drinking cold water. I'm really weird. I drink my water at room temperature, which I've read is actually better for you than drinking it ice cold. I tried putting it in a gallon jug. That didn't work at all because I would see that big old jug and I turn away because it was too much. I was looking at it. It was too much for me to do it. So that was probably the worst thing for me to try to do. So my personal goal is just to drink 64 ounces of water a day. So what I started doing is putting out 4 bottled waters each night. So that's 16.9. So it actually takes me over my goal for the day. But it's just, I have those 4 bottles of water. So it's not too big. It's just 4 bottles that I have to drink within, from the time I wake up to the time to the time I go to sleep. My oldest son, he is responsible for cleaning the kitchen. So if he sees that I have not put out those bottles of water, he actually has gotten to the point where he'll put them out for me because he's helping and working to help me keep me accountable with that goal. And so then in the morning when I come in, I can start and drink a bottle of water. It's really easy for me to just stand there and drink that first bottle, and I'm already a fourth of the way, 25% of the way towards my goal. So just simple things like that to find what is it that is keeping you from reaching that goal, or why is it that you're procrastinating, will help you. For me, I was making the goal too big, and it wasn't manageable for me. So now I even have a bottle of water before I have my morning coffee. Yes, I actually didn't even have my first cup of coffee until about 10:30, 10:45. I met my goal for almost a week now. What is it that is keeping you from doing what you're supposed to be doing? And then find a way to combat it. And if you're having issues with finding out what it is, that's where an accountability partner or group comes in very handy, because you can reach out to them and talk it through, and they can kind of help you come up with some different ideas and solutions to try. Number 6, look for the reward. Here's the thing. I'm big on rewarding and recognition. I reward myself for meeting even the smallest goals, because guess what? I set it and I did it. If I have a long-term goal, I will find small ways to reward myself as I reach up to it. It doesn't have to be something that's big and humongous and costs a lot of money, because I'm very frugal. So just finding different ways to reward yourself. Me just having a, hey, you did this, Diva, that works for me. With that group, back to my water challenge, with that group, just us commending each other, or being one of the first people to come back and say, hey, I met my goal for today, or being able to do that. Those are those little things that are built-in rewards for me that help me to stay accountable. Also, I use my Fitbit app. With that, I am able to put in how much water I've drank, and it's something about seeing that ticker go across till I get to my goal. So I'm big on just visual rewards, and it doesn't have to be anything that's really big for me. So find out what it is that will motivate you and help you to not procrastinate towards reaching your goal. Towards reaching your goal. And then the last one, number 7, is create the right space. So a lot of times, especially when it comes towards our business and doing work throughout our business during the day, a lot of times the space that we're in will keep us from being productive. So lack of organization leads to chaos and confusion within our world. So just strive to get rid of anything that is keeping you from achieving your goal. And this could be something as big as removing toxic people from your life, or as small as just clearing off and decluttering your desk. So just find out what it is that needs to be right in your world to keep you from procrastinating. A lot of times, I'll be honest with you, when you're working within your passion and your purpose, and this is something that I consistently say, when you're working within your passion and your purpose, you're excited, you're energized, and you're ready to work. There you have it. Those are just 7 ways that you can combat procrastination. This will be available as a full-length webinar that I'm working on. You can find the details on my website, michelledgarrett.com. If you are subscribed to my newsletter, you will also get that information ahead of time to have a link to it. And I'll also post it on my Facebook page as well. But procrastination is something that we all deal with, and it's just identifying what it is that is causing you to procrastinate and just doing it. Find yourself some great accountability partners that'll help you figure out what it is that motivates you to succeed, and you're going to do it. So